what's going on, everybody? Hope everybody is doing well. I've made a lot of videos talking about Exodia Contagion Zaws on my channel, but there have been other times where I've used other Warframes that are good for Zaws, like Excalibur and Limbo. However, I've quite literally never made a video with Mirage and an Exodia Contagion Zaw. I do actually have a video of me hitting damage cap as Chroma, and I brought a homie along with me who was Mirage Prime, and he actually had the augment mod for her third ability, so I could benefit from the third ability, and I basically cooked with Chroma Prime in the Zaw that way. But once again, I say all that to say I've never actually made a video dedicated to a Mirage Prime Zaw build for herself. And yeah, I feel like that's blasphemy because Mirage is probably the GOAT when it comes to Exodia Contagion Zaw. So yeah, we're going to be talking about my Mirage Prime Zaw build today. And I want to go ahead and start this off by saying once again, when it comes to doing damage with the Exodia Contagion Zaw, Mirage is without a doubt the GOAT and the queen of just doing damage with the Zaw. I feel like it's literally not even close, and I'm going to explain why. A lot of other Warframes, when it comes to doing damage with the Zaw, they require quite a lot of setup just to get the peak damage that you're looking for. As somebody who mains Chroma Prime and loves Exodia Contagion Zaws as his favorite melee weapons, I can tell you, it definitely takes a little bit of a setup to get to damage cap with Chroma solo. But when it comes to hitting damage cap with Mirage solo, my guy, it really is not that difficult at all. I have 214% ability strength, as you can see right here, and I was able to hit it no problem. But obviously, there's way more to it than just 214% ability strength, so let's go ahead and talk about it. Starting with my Archon shards, as you can see right here, I got 5 purple Archon shards. All of these give me extra melee crit damage, and the amount I get is doubled because my energy is over 500. 74% from all of these Archon shards is crazy. Moving on, let's go ahead and talk about the helmet ability. For this build, I got Wrathful Advance because thanks to the extra melee crit chance we get from this ability, we're going to be doing red crits literally every single swing when it's active. And I feel like out of all of the helmets you can put on Mirage for a Zaw build in particular, Wrathful Advance is just simply the best option. Moving on though, let's go ahead and talk about the mod setup. It's really not that fancy, but at the end of the day, this is what I got. Brief Respite is really clutch for Mirage because I'm just going for, I guess, a mini shield gating build, so I have some form of survivability besides Rolling Guard right here. And to make things even better for myself, I have Vigilante Vigor and Fast Deflection that puts my shield recharge at 0.2 seconds. I also have these two Augur mods on my secondary weapon, and with these two mods plus Brief Respite and the shield recharge mods, I'm going to be getting shields back every time I use an ability, and it's just pretty nice. For the Exilis mod, I got Power Drift just so I can increase my ability strength by a little bit. We got Prime Flow for extra energy, and then I got Narrow Minded and Prime Continuity for extra ability duration, Blind Rage for the ability strength, and then Vigorous Swap for the extra damage. The main reason I have this on here, for those who don't know, is that this is actually a multiplicative buff with the Zaw projectile. As far as the arcanes go, I got Arcane Energize and Molt Augmented. I'm gonna be honest with you here, I just love these two arcanes personally, but I would actually recommend Molt Augmented because of the extra ability strength you get. You get extra ability strength per kill up to 250 times, and after 250 times, you're gonna be getting an extra 60% ability strength. And then Energize is just amazing because I have 45% ability efficiency. So thanks to this arcane, I can actually get a lot of energy at once, which is kind of nice for a build like this. Now let's go ahead and talk about the Zaw. My favorite Zaw and my favorite weapon in the entire game, my Wado Ichimonji Nikana Zaw. And that's because of the parts that I have right here. And if we go ahead and take a look at the mod setup, this is what I'm rocking with. And as far as the Riven mod goes, this is what I got. Extra puncture, extra crit chance, and extra melee damage at the cost of range. Not gonna lie to you, this Riven mod can be better. But at the end of the day, with this setup, I was able to hit damage cap quite easily. As you can see on this build, not only do I have 9.5 times crit damage, that's thanks to those purple Archon shards, but I also have 5 seconds of combo duration, which is pretty low if you're trying to actually, you know, build up Blood Rush so you can get extra crit chance. But I'm not really worried about that because I have the melee Crescendo Arcane. You just simply get a finisher at any point in time during the mission, and then you'll get 6 points on the combo counter that lasts until you literally extract. And in order to get 12 times on the combo counter, you would need a total of 37 finishers, which is quite a lot at the end of the day, but it's really not that hard to achieve. And I say all that to say, I didn't even do that. And guess what? I still hit damage cap, negative number, without building up the combo counter at all. And yeah, that's exactly why I said at the beginning of the video that Mirage is probably the GOAT when it comes to doing damage with the Zaw solo. And just really in general, it's so easy. You activate all of your abilities, then throw out the Zaw projectile for damage. That's quite literally it. And to be honest with you, I love how casual it is. Once again, I hit a negative number without even building up the combo counter. And obviously that is thanks to the Void Strike ability from the Madurai Operator School, which does give me a 1000% damage buff. But even without that, this build is still doing consistent 100 millions every swing. even point blank, I'm doing 100 million, which just goes to show you how powerful Mirage is with a Zaw in her hands. Now let's go ahead and discuss how Mirage is really able to do all of this damage, because you've already heard me talk about the Archon charge, the helm, and even my mod setup on Mirage and my melee weapon. But what I didn't talk about is specifically her third ability, Eclipse. As you can see, whenever you tap this ability, you activate Lunar Eclipse, which gives you 90% damage reduction. But whenever you hold the ability button, you get the Solar Eclipse damage buff. And ladies and gentlemen, this Solar Eclipse damage buff makes Zaws insanely OP, and I mean insanely OP. And the main reason is because it applies twice on the Exodia Contagion projectile. What do I mean by it applies twice? That means that this ability's unique multiplier that it gives, aka Solar Eclipse, applies to both the melee damage and the weapon damage. You can have separate damage bonuses for specifically melee weapons, and then you can have overall weapon damage bonuses. I can give you a good example actually. A melee damage mod is something like Pressure Point. As you can see, it literally says melee damage. And then overall weapon damage is something like Vigorous Swap that just has plus 165 damage on it. So yeah, as you can see, hitting damage cap casually is really not that difficult at all with Mirage. As long as you have the right setup on both her and of course your Exodia Contagion Zaw, then you're gonna be just fine. And yeah guys, that's pretty much gonna be it for this video. Just wanted to show Mirage some love and actually hype up the fact that she is literally the best Exodia Contagion Zaw user. Again, I'm just gonna say that because I don't even think it's close. And this is coming from somebody who mains Chroma Prime. You know, I fucking love being a Chroma Prime Zaw build, you know what I'm saying? I've only made a bunch on my channel, but to be honest with you, even those builds don't compare to how casual and easy and just overall efficient it is to do damage with a Zaw with Mirage. Now I want y'all to keep in mind as well, I wasn't even using my strongest Zaw throughout this video. This is just my favorite weapon in the game that I personally like to use throughout, you know, any casual mission I'm going through. It's still an absolute beast that can hold its own no matter what mission I'm in. But my point is, I could literally not only do more damage by building up the melee combo counter, I could have brought a Zaw that was just stronger overall. If I'm hitting negative numbers without building up the combo multiplier, I wonder how much damage I'd be doing then with building up the multiplier and having my strongest Zaw out. Ooh, it would be a great day, especially if I had extra ability strength. Oh man, if you can't tell, I'm gonna be making a build on that in the future, so definitely keep an eye out for that one. Before this video ends, real quick, just wanted to say thank you guys so much for all the support on the channel. Seriously guys, I really do appreciate all the support. You guys are awesome, and every time you guys pop out and show love, it just makes me really happy. So I really do appreciate it. I recently hit damage cap with my favorite Warframe Chroma and my favorite melee weapons, the Zaw. If you want to check that out, link will be in the description. Yeah guys, that's gonna be it for me. Keep your head up and stay positive. With all that being said, thanks for watching.